Welcome to the sprawl, where compute is currency, and DeepSeek just devalued the competition. On April 24, 2026, the AI landscape shifted with the release of V4-Pro and V4-Flash. We're looking at massive 1.6 trillion parameter MOE models that challenge the hegemony of GPT 5.5 and Claude 4.7 at a fraction of the cost. This isn't just an update, it's a full-scale architectural assault on the frontier. Let's talk numbers. V4-Pro output tokens cost $348 per million, while GPT 5.5 sits at $30. That is an 88% discount for nearly identical performance. With a 1 million token context window and 1.6 T parameters, the ROI for high-volume agents and RAG pipelines has been completely redefined. The cost-to-performance ratio here is officially breaking the old-world calculus of closed-source premiums. Time is running out in the digital grid. DeepSeek is retiring the legacy DeepSeek-Chat and DeepSeek-Reasoner model names on July 24, 2026. If your production code targets these strings, your systems will go offline in 3 months. Migration is mandatory, but fortunately, it's a simple one-line swap. Don't let your infrastructure become legacy junk. Update your model strings before the July deadline hits. DeepSeek V4 comes in 2 flavors. Pro is the flagship, utilizing 1.6 trillion parameters for elite reasoning and coding. Flash is the efficiency king, a 284 billion parameter model optimized for massive throughput. Both utilize a mixture of experts architecture with hybrid attention, meaning you only activate the neurons you need, keeping latency low and context windows massive across the entire 1 million token range. Transitioning is seamless because DeepSeek maintains OpenAI compatibility. To move from the retiring legacy models to the new V4-Flash, you simply update the model parameter in your completion call. This code shows the switch from the old DeepSeek-Chat string to the new DeepSeek-V4-Flash. It's a low-friction upgrade that immediately grants you access to the improved architecture and the new pricing tiers. One of the most powerful features of V4-Pro is the thinking mode for complex reasoning. By passing an extra body parameter, you can force the model to generate extended internal reasoning chains before delivering the final output. This is essential for competitive programming or multi-step agentic workflows, where accuracy is more critical than raw speed. Here is how you enable it in Python. Testing your new integration is straightforward. You can verify your API key and model access by querying the model's endpoint. Ensure your base URL is set to the DeepSeek endpoint. Once you see the status 200 and a valid JSON response from the V4-Pro model, you're ready to deploy. Remember to check your environment variables for that new July-compliant model string. The secret sauce is the Hybrid Attention Architecture, or HAA. This combines compressed sparse attention with a lightning indexer to manage that massive 1M context window. By compressing KV caches by a factor of 4, DeepSeek reduces the memory overhead that usually kills performance in long context models. This allows for high-precision retrieval across documents without the massive latency spikes seen in older designs. DeepSeek is aggressive on pricing, offering a 50% discount during Beijing off-peak hours, perfect for batch processing. You have 2 primary modes, thinking for reasoning and non-thinking for speed. Input pricing is split between cache hits and misses, rewarding efficient RAG implementations. V4-Flash is MIT licensed, while V4-Pro remains Apache 2.0, giving developers massive flexibility. In the arena of benchmarks, V4-Pro is a heavyweight contender. It scores within single-digit percentage points of GPT 5.5 on coding and logic tests, while being significantly cheaper to run. For document analysis and RAG, the 1M context window remains performant thanks to the CSA architecture. It's no longer a question of if open source can compete, but rather how much you're willing to overpay for closed-source models. DeepSeek V4 is a tactical nuke in the AI price war. It offers frontier-level reasoning and a massive context window at a price point that makes high-volume agents finally viable. If you are building for the future, the migration to V4 isn't just a maintenance task, it's a competitive necessity. The performance-to-cost ratio here is currently unmatched in the global market. The July 24 deadline is approaching fast. Don't let your agents go dark. Head over to Effloow.com to get the full migration guide, copy-paste code blocks, and deep-dive benchmarks for V4-Pro and Flash. Subscribe to stay ahead of the AI curve and keep your tech stack optimized for the next generation of LLMs at Effloow.com.